Hello, hello. Playing little Sunday night session. Mixed tables between 200 and 500. Table 3, we just open cutoff, single raise spot. Definitely a spot we can see bet a lot. The wheel boards, it's not wheel board because it has ace, but don't mind checking going delay. Expect them to way over probe King X, and even maybe some low pairs when we check back. So now I'm just going for delay and decide on the river if we want to just try to show down or if we want to try to bluff them off some type of low pair or something like that. We face a small 3-bet on table 2. I'm going to go ahead and just mark this player. Maybe they're fishy. Allows us to call a lot and not have to 4-bet much. So this would be a really straightforward call here. With the 5 pairing like this, I don't think we're going to get any pairs that ever fold. The only thing we can accomplish is maybe getting the a6 off the chop to fold, but I don't mind just checking back here on table 3. And yep, I don't think I'm getting them off the chop very often. Versus this donk, I think call's fine. I think raise is fine. They check here. When we stab our 9s, they should be check raising a lot of their 10s, jacks, queens usually. Slow playing aces, kings. Definitely think we stab. Not sure sizing, honestly. Kind of fishier player. I think I'm gonna go for just slightly larger, like half pot size. Just thinking with the top pair here, we just probably play a call. I think it's gonna work out pretty well. The 7x pairing is not the greatest, just because I expect them to be way over merged with their donks, especially for that one big blind size. I think they'll have a lot of 7x there, so I don't think I want to get too thin with the queen x raising. And when they check back, I think they're gonna be pretty gutted. I think low pairs, random stuff, worse. Queen X or just a mandatory thing, and here I think I like betting again and then checking back river, and the sizing here versus fishy player, we can do whatever. We can kind of like this small like ish size. If we get jammed on table 2, I'm not sure what we'll do. Let's see if we can see a showdown here. Open jack 10, table 4. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. I think it's just kind of easy fold here. Like, check, call, check, jam. Plenty of overpairs. Bluffs would just be like ace, queen, ace, king with the gut shot now. I don't think they're going to have like ace, 8 type of stuff here. Definitely have 10s, jacks, etc. I don't know how often fish just check call those on the flop though, but not going to try to get fancy and be here with the 9s here, but interesting hand. And I fell asleep on table 3, I'll just check this board. I think check call will be fine, and I'm going to go ahead and mark those last couple hands. The 9s hand and the queen jack hand are interesting. So I'm just going to mark those for review real quick. Large size really annoying, but no, definitely just going to be calling here. We're going to go for the delay line on the jack 10. On the wheel board, checking a lot. Would be raising a lot here and barreling off river because it's a overfolded line, but when they're so short like this, I don't know if it holds up as well. I'm just going to go for the fold, especially when they size up a little bit. And we flat this big multi-way spot here on table 1. Just go for check. And I wanted to check what this person had on the queen jack hand. They had pocket 6s, so yeah, just super mergy. And the fish, double barrels for this size. Not too stoked. I think for smaller size I'll continue, but when they start going this pot-ish size, I'm just gonna kind of knit it up and fold. We have a c-bet and nice there, yeah. Air, nice hand. Yeah, c-bet and raise, we're out of here. So I'm just going to take a note here about I think it was half pot dog. It was like queen 7, deuce 7, two tone, 6-6 call, reverse stab. So just kind of guy like that. Open ace queen suited here. We're going to go just mid open since we have the short player here. King 8 we can call here. Let's make a quick note of this guy. It was like half pot. And this was on the 6-3-2-6 two-tone. And yeah, I think the IP PFC is going to be overbluffed in general, so that's just something to remember. We can call lighter there. What's going on? I'm just the big blind here. So go for check here. Probably just check fold. I don't think we have great properties. I don't hate raising. I'm not sure if this is a board that's overstabbed, but yeah, I think raise performs better than call. It's just a matter of need to raise. I'm just skipping at that time. We'll open ace-9 off here in table 2. Fold here, and table 3 will open 7-6 suited if it folds around to us. We go through the 3-bit here, queen 9 suited. Great flop for us. This board, I feel like it's pretty good for both people. We'll have a lot of 10x suited stuff. I don't think they'll have too much offsuit 10x at all. Both of us will have 7s a decent amount. They might have higher density, but anyways, just thinking about sizing. I think small bet is fine. I don't know if sizing up is terrible as well. We brick, but I think we have almost like pure continue here, eventually hoping to just get them off of other types of pairs, stronger Broadway cards. And so on these bricky cards, I think we want to go kind of larger size. We have open shove here, fold here, see if we can see the showdown there. So I'll just go something like this. This will set up, will be at like 80 and I'll have like 60. It's like kind of GOE, I think it's fine. And with the ace jack, just go for, usually going larger versus fish, but since they're short, I don't mind going half pot. I can do whatever here, just check back. And we're just going to try to get it in over 3 streets, so if we go like 6 here, then the pot will be 22, and they'll be right at pot size shove-ish, so I'm just going to go a little larger. Go for like this right below pot. They're just never folding any ace, which is nice. And we'll do a mid-open here since we have the shorty. Yeah, I'm just trying to show down on table number 3, and if it goes check check bet, definitely on the smaller side, we might consider hearing. No need to bet here. We'll just check with our 8 and take showdown against the ace. And I think we just have a shove here. It's getting kind of thin. They might have a lot of 2 pairs and stuff, but I think they'll just hero any ace, and they'll have enough ace x offsuit, I think, that we can get value from. And yeah, take it down. That's alright. Open queen 9 suited here. Oh yeah, I didn't realize it's a little two-way, definitely checking much. We have the backdoors, like 2 backdoor straight draws, kind of nice. In position, pre-flop caller is going to be bluffing a lot, maybe less so multi-way, but I'm going to peel 1. I'm going to pick up the gutty and see if they slow down or not. Even when we pick up the gutty, if they start going larger, I think that means they're just going to shove almost every river. And so now after the bet, the question is, do we want to just try to show down of any reads, not enough hands to know if they're like passive or not, where they like are just gonna stab flop and then give up a lot. So I don't. It feels like I don't really want to turn this into a bluff, and how much are they really folding after that size multi-way. I don't think they're ever gonna fold some type of like 10x that they might have been scared to check back. So just kind of hope that they're passive and give up bluffs. Go for a check. Probably just check raising table 3 a lot. People over stab, I think, as the they went for a nice thin value bet there with ace king. And yeah, passive side, not 3-betting pre. Anyways, yeah, I think table 3 people are just gonna like range bet a lot, and this is a nice hand. Oh, it's interesting size up. Don't see that too often on these paired boards. But yeah, even versus this size, I'm just gonna stick with the plan. Usually going smaller on these paired boards. So just kind of like the small size. Queen 5, I'm not going to ISO here, especially when this guy can reshove a lot. And take down the check raise with the gutty there. And yeah, just looking at the table, table 3 is not great. We have bad seat on fish. Same thing with table 4, so we're kind of getting wrecked in our game selection. Table 2 is nice, and so is table 1. But no need to start lobbying and doing anything yet, so I'll just play these. Single raise pot, 973. Probably in theory just using large bets and stuff, and I'll go for it this time. Sure, this combo doesn't mind checking back. Maybe checking back a little more king, queen, ace, queen type of stuff. And when we bet that size, this is definitely going to favor the big blind. They may even start having some donks like that, which I think is a pretty solid play. It's probably not too likely that we're betting a lot of 7x for that size. And if we're betting like really frequently the 66, then he just generates a lot of folds there. So I think it's kind of a nice spot for him to do shit like that. No read that they're fish or anything yet. We don't have the HUD open, so I'm just gonna say nice hand and let it go, even versus small size. We just don't have much going on for us. Mono board, I think check raising is nice. I think people just overstab here. Like every mono board, people are just getting 33 range. And yeah, I'm not sure of the sizing here. I think I go a little bigger than I would on the paired boards where I'm check raising small. So yeah, kind of large size, but I think it's alright. I don't know if I'm check raising merge there, if you're supposed to or not. Actually, I really have no idea. So not too sure on the sizings, but I think in general 3 to 5x is fine. Just flop check raises, single raise pot versus late position. This will be a pure 3-bet. Just go to 8. Fish is thinking about it. If they jam, I think we just fold, unfortunately. I might want to think about decreasing my 3-bet size there, just avoiding jams with these types of hands, but not expecting it too often. King 10 we will open, and we will min open versus the fish in position. Rainbow board, Jack 10-6. I think betting here is fine. I think small size is fine. Continue versus check raises. And a card we can probably polarize on a lot. Nothing picks up. They didn't check raise us. And so if I'm going to play that strategy, which I think is fine, I will just check back this one and save bets for King Jack plus probably. Call 5's up here, and we hope for the set. Nope. And we'll two-way this over borderless check fold. And I think they'll have enough gutters that have the 9 to like maybe get hero called, right? If they're calling flop with a lot of like 8-9, 7-9 suited, Queen 9 type of shit. Maybe you can get called at worst 10x, 8-10, 7-10. I think there's enough targets to bet, and just go for like a smaller, milkier, barely above half pot size. Don't think it's too thin. We are cut off, but I think there is still value after we bet that small on the flop that we can try to get from. 2 is going to be too weak to open. We have blind respond here, just like opening everything. I assume we have to fold to the 3-bet with this combo. And looks like the table broke, it's pretty sad. So I'll go ahead and mark sitting out next big blind. Table fills up with regs instantly. King 4 off. Fold. We'll open 3-4 suited if it folds to us. Jack 5 off, we will fold, and this game has died unfortunately. So let's see if we can. If I just rejoin 500 again, it will put me in that seat. So I think I'm just trying to join a 200 game for the sake of the video. Three suited, I'll open if it folds to me. We have fish and blind versus blind. I'm just trying to open really wide. Oh, this game does not look good, but we got seated in it. So, looks like we're going to have to play it in orbit. Now, 3-betting less often versus this size. I'm happy to call ace-10 off here. Gonna walk with queens. And we get a 25% bet here. This lets us continue a little more, especially with the double back doors. No reason to raise. I don't think the second hand make them fold worse. A6 suited type of stuff that we're dominating, so happy to call. Queen pairs, we have nothing to do except check. Table 1 we will open if folded to. Yeah, no reason to bet here. Probably just play a check call. It should slow down a decent amount on the queen, but I expect a decent amount of double barreling from a lot of their bluffs. So it's kind of interesting to think about what is the bet check bet bluffs here. Yikes! And versus that pot size shit. Yeah, I don't know if they're representing like 9s types of value here. It really depends on if this is queen or nothing. If it is, then it becomes, I feel like, more attractive to bluff catch just because their value region that they're actually doing this with shrinks. But if they're throwing in like 9s and shit here, then yeah, not too great. Given cutoff open, other stuff it's close, but I'm a fold. I'll mark that one. I'm not sure. How thin we need to be catching there, and what their betting range should look like. Interesting spot. No, we ISO'd 6s here. We get cold called by big blind, and see what this player does. Ace jack off. Can do whatever. We'll just check this time. Expect a lot of stabs here. We have to fold a lot. It's not a good run out for us. And what happened here? We get the limp 3-bet. Yeah, we're just out of here. Nice answer. Versus the size probe, I like raising a lot and barreling river just because it's overfolded, but not a good turn in terms. I think it's great for the big blind, lots of 2 pairs, lots of high equity draws and stuff. Ace jack doesn't have much going on for it. Queen jack suited, do we want to I think we do. It's not an ISO, it's just a larger raise with the dead money here. So let's go to this kind of weird size and position. No reads on this player yet, but I assume they're opening larger because of the dead money from the cutoff post. Open ace-6 suited, table 4. And probably play 5 or 10 more minutes. Medium value here, don't mind betting small. I'm just going to start with a large size, table 1. Oh, okay, we turn very strong here. And the plan is to just check raise here with the a6. Assuming that this player, that in position pre-flop caller fish, like overstabs after a small flop bet from out of position. Kind of a nasty river for us. Yeah, assume they're just passive. I don't think we're gonna get much EV from them bluffing at us, so we're just gonna go for the block. In table 1, we got the guy in the tank. It's a nice result. Okay, nice. Expect them to stab the ace more often. Looks like we set out here. Let's see if we can find a 500 game to lobby into. We gotta walk with the aces, always loved that. Start with a small bet with 6s, get some protection. Go into check call mode on the turn. Assuming they'll overstab. And yeah, this person doesn't seem too active in terms of firing bluff, kind of nitty, but I don't think we can go this thin for the block again. Let's take our showdown value against their ace queen. Maybe, yeah. That could be a value threshold miss, like maybe 6s is strong enough to bet there. A lot of ace highs are going to continue. Potential fishy player in this 500 game is good. We get called by the button. Let's go for, I think, check call one time. And then fold a lot of rivers. Assuming they bet, half or less. Oh, that player left, so we're out. See if we can join a 200 game. We'll call 7s here. And just be getting out of the way if they barrel. Range will be pretty strong opening from EP, hitting a lot of ace-x, having a lot of gut shots plus that I think I'd rather just continue with that type of stuff than my pockets that don't have anything going on. And then I actually set out this table before I have to pay the big blind. Jump into the 2-5 game. And it thinks I've opened too many tables, which I haven't, but see if we can skirt the police. Damn, it's fucked up. See if we can pick up any hands soon, otherwise cut it. But now we'll keep trying to join. Hoping this person's a fish. Bit card dead this session. Jack 6 off, I think it's close. Alright, yeah. Looks like we're not really getting dealt anything. I'm gonna go ahead and play this hand and then call it. I think both options are nice here. Then they go kind of smaller. I'm more encouraged just to flat position, or if they go like 11.5 plus, 4-bet's kind of nice. Yeah, just tempted by the odds here to go for it. Gutty's nice. That size is nasty, and without the backdoor flush draw, it's tempting to fold some Gutty, but we have an overpair plus Gutty. I don't think we're allowed to fold yet, unfortunately, even though I really want to. Twos will just flat, and King Jack suited will just stab and probably shove river if they check. I'm just going to check table 4. It's really easy to oversee at these boards, and I do have interesting blockers for the 10x here, both suits being taken out, and not sure how many people are. Yeah, hell if queen side and suited in full actually. I think we just have a fold though. But bluff raising is an interesting idea. I just don't think anyone's gonna fold like over pairs ever. Yeah, get large probed, etc., etc. That will wrap it up for this one. I'm gonna mark that King Jack suited hand. I'm not sure if that was the best line there, but I think it was alright. Alright, yep, I'll do it for this time. Thanks for tuning in.